back to AmericaTech, where we simplify the complex world of data and AI. You're watching episode 3 of our series, Understanding Data Models and Structures. Today's topic, relational versus graph-based models. What's the real difference, and when should you use one over the other? Let's start with a quick comparison. Relational models are like organized spreadsheets. They store data in rows and columns. Think SQL databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, or Microsoft SQL Server. Graph-based models, on the other hand, look like webs of connected dots. They use nodes and edges to represent entities and their relationships, like in Neo4j or Amazon Neptune. But here's the key. It's not about which is better. It's about which is better suited for your data problem. Let's say you're building a social network. In a relational database, you'd store users in one table, friends in another, and connect them using foreign keys. But in a graph model, you can directly say, John is friends with Mary, and instantly query things like, who are Mary's friends of friends? Who has the most connections in a specific city? Graph models make these types of queries faster and more intuitive. Here's a quick side-by-side comparison. Relational model. Graph model, structure, tables, rows and columns, nodes, entities, edges, links. Best for structured tabular data, complex interconnected data, query language, SQL, Cypher, or Gremlin. Performance for networks, slower for deep joins, faster for connected data. Example use cases, sales, finance, inventory, social graphs, recommendations. When to use which. Use a relational database when your data is tabular and well structured. You need strong ACID compliance and transaction support. You're running traditional business applications. Use a graph database when relationships are central to your queries. You're building recommendation engines, fraud detection, or network analytics. Your queries involve deep relationships like shortest path or friends of friends. Here's how they show up in the real world. Banks use relational models for accounts and transactions. LinkedIn uses graph models to power people you may know. Logistics companies may use both. Relational for inventory, graph for route optimization. Recap, relational equals structured, table-based, best for rows and columns. Graph equals flexible, relationship first, best for networks and connections. Use the right model for your use case, and don't be afraid to combine both. In episode 4, we'll explore one of the most exciting concepts in AI. What is a knowledge graph, and how does it power tools like Google Search and ChatGPT? If this helped clarify the difference between relational and graph models, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Drop your questions in the comments. We'd love to answer them in future episodes. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.